Oh yeah, baby dolls, welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. The ETH BTC ratio seems to have been pushing up slightly at 0.056. We're looking at a Bitcoin price of around $61,500. Of course, this is the monthly chart of Bitcoin. We've done the green, and red action before. And now we're just going to see, is anything going to happen? If you remember, friends, we flipped green on the monthly super trend here. And there's always a period of slowdown. Now, here's the thing. Last time this happened, the last 3 cycles, there were like 2 reds in a row. It's just interesting that with this one, we have less volatility so far. In fact, what we ended up doing was, instead of dropping 2 months in a row, we went up again for 20%. That's wild, right? So in 3 months, they dropped 20%. Sorry, 3 cycles before, they pretty much dropped 20%. I think there was one of them where it didn't, just kept going up. But this one has stalled out. So it's interesting to see that the volatility on the downside is dropping. However, we must never get complacent because we know, even though Bitcoin, its volatility is dropping down, altcoins get destroyed. That's it. Now, they're not getting destroyed right now, even though people feel like they're getting destroyed. Not really. They're just retracing. It is what it is. Okay, they're down 60, 70, or 80% from that top. That's normal. Very normal crypto volatility when you're early. Now, here's the thing. We are going to keep this at the back of our mind while I play some pump music for us just to get it started, friends, because even if Bitcoin goes to 220,000 American dollars, even if you believe in your heart that it will never go below 100K, you're like, that's only about a 50% drop-ish. Even if you know that and you believe in that, and let's say Bitcoin does go to 101,000, it never goes below 100 from that point. That 50% drop will probably mean a 95% wipeout in altcoins again. Okay? So don't ever forget that. Don't ever get complacent. Just because you know Bitcoin's volatility is lower, it doesn't mean you're immune from altcoin wipeout. Now, I look around to my left and right. I see a lot of strong hands. So we have nothing to worry about now. I see everybody in the PulseChain community. I see everyone in BNB, Polkadot, Layer 2 chains. Actually, maybe not them. Screw them. A lot of them. But everyone else pretty much. Soylana. Yeah, everyone believes. Okay, now, I don't know about the Soylana celebrity coins and all these other ones. There's pockets where I'm like, I'm worried. I'm starting to get worried. But for the most part, a lot of us, I consider you a strong hand. Everyone, I know, what a strong hand means. It doesn't mean like when it goes down, you feel good. A strong hand just means like if we drop 50%, I know most of you are like, nah, screw this industry, man. I'm not selling, but screw this industry. That's a strong hand, okay? I know for a fact, the higher price we go, we unlock more and more weak hands who just have to get in now. They just have to get in. It wasn't a scam lower, you know what I mean? Jeez. It wasn't a scam lower, they said, but no, I'm going to ignore it anyway. So that's the most important part. Now, when that arrives, you have to look at your left and right with me and go, well, all right, I love crypto. I love everyone here, except these new people, yeah, they're more entitled. They're more antsy-pantsy. You can't trust them. You can't trust them, okay? That's the most important part. Now, this is the Bitcoin for you fractal. We are still moving along. Kind of fascinating, man. We are still moving right in line here, okay? And when are we due for the retailers to come in? Yeah, beginning of, I guess, August, September-ish. That's when we're due. This is the most important part of all, friends. Just these magical 4E fractals. Now, I had to cut this off because the number got so stupid. Actually, this is the full extension takes us to 800,000. So it's going to break somewhere, of course, friends. I've shown some pictures and charts before. These fractals mean nothing. I mean, like, really, do you even need those fractals when you just got Pika that for some reason has just gone up even more? Nice, 2.6 million, sweet. I think it's going to pump up harder. I don't know, friends. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, buy discounts. Okay, sweet. The problem with this is there are too many strong hands to let you in. This was your discount. 42%. I know, at some point, these things will stop. What do you do, okay? Maybe you just mark them, you watch them. So I've got to repeat to you, when I show you coins, if you can't get in, don't feel stressed out, man. You just mark them. Just mark a 50% drop from the top. That's it. Where's the 50% drop from this top now? Okay, there you go. There's the new box. That's all you need. Okay, there's the new box. So that's what I keep doing. I'm just being honest, man. But it doesn't work for everything. You know why? Because there's just coins that just don't come back, friends. Like DogWifButt went from 100,000 market cap up to 4 billion. That's a 40,000x. It didn't retrace, man. It did one 50% retrace. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what this, it is what it is. This is like bull market momentum stuff, okay? It's more exciting, but it's kind of funny. So everyone's going to start switching because it's funny. I keep saying, oh, I keep hunting for a discount. And I go, oh, yeah, the discounts are disappearing. And then everyone starts getting upset. That's natural, right? Because you're like, oh, you want to hunt the good deal. And you see everything go up. You get frustrated. But this is the game, man. We're going to see coins where people are just going to fluke it. They're just going to buy. That's what happened with DogWifButt. People bought it up 1,000x and then it went another 40x for them. I'm not joking. That's exactly what happened. They bought it up 1,000x. And at 100 million market cap, they literally bought it up 1,000x and it went another 40x for them. There you go. Now, the Bitcoin price. The Bitcoin price. Where is the Bitcoin price going? I don't know, friends. Hopefully, we hopefully do this sideways thing and then go up later. Hopefully. That's what we're looking at. We have the Ethereum ETF. I think it's coming July 2nd, so we're getting very, very, very close to that. And we're going to play some nice gentle energy music for this Ethereum ETF because, oh my gosh, friends. Just imagine on the Ethereum ETF, ETH BTC goes up and then the Bitcoin dominance, which is this chart, just goes down. We're just watching this happen in slow motion. Imagine like, wow, this is like the most slowest, easiest prediction of all time. I'm just wondering if that continues for this cycle. This is the Ethereum chart as well. This is the monthly chart, the weekly, sorry. And you can see right here, it's making a big triangle. This is what we need, friends. You see how it's getting closer and closer here? This is exactly what we need. Hopefully it starts popping up on the Ethereum ETF and goes up. I've heard a lot of rumors of people saying that the Ethereum ETF is not going to have as much volume as Bitcoin and stuff. I mean, like, bro, who cares? We don't care about that. You know what I mean? Like, screw these Wall Street bug eaters, bug worshippers. It is what it is, okay? You know you're long and strong. You know Vitalik's got a giant brain. That's all that matters. And right now, friends, I can see on another screen, a lot of you, there's been actually public outrage now because the good people at the Somi fan token have made another video of me with my head on this hot babe's body. There you go, friends. There you go. Does that make you upset? Wow, man. Look at that. Look at the hair. The face is reading behind the hair now. Wow. Oh, man. This AI is going to destroy us, friends. Like, you saw that, man. I remember when... That makes no sense, man. They're getting AI. AI makes better faces with hair now than video games, man. This is going wild. Oh, well, it's pretty much all over, friends. I mean, I know what's coming next. Someone's going to make a Pornhub video, put my face on it as well. That's going to be a bit disastrous. And now, friends, in other news, right? So we got Joe Biden, who's going to be debating Donald Trump. Could be happening like right now. And hopefully there's a lot of sound bites. This is what we want, actually. We really do want this type of stuff because, I mean, like, we're long, like, Trump exposure. That's pretty much what we want, right? If Trump does some sound bites, we have stuff like Orange Man Good, which is still on PulseChain, for example. It's nice. It's only 1.6 million market cap. And yes, you can even check it on the PLS ratio. So this is nice. This is great to see. This rounded thing, 60% down. Not financial advice, okay, friends? All of these things can literally go to zero. I'm just telling you, I like it. It's a good meme. Everyone's powering on. It's got the MOG glasses as well. Orange Man Good, Orange Man Good. It's kind of funny, man. You can also mug people with that as well. So it's kind of funny just to see all of these. Very, very, very important, okay? And yes, friends, it's wild, man. This doesn't happen in normal cycles. Normally, when something gets popular, they disappear. Yet in this one, when it comes to memes, something's happening with the memes, fam. That's it. Your friend told me, most hated cycle ever. Something is happening with the memes. But here's the thing. What's happening? Okay, so obviously deep philosophical thought while sitting on the dunny. What I've realized is we give a category to memes, one general category. However, each meme sector is different. However, but most people just call them all junk. They just put them all in the junk area. It's just like saying, oh, you're a crypto guy. You know what I mean? And you know there's a difference between, say, Bitcoin and a stable coin, and then, like, you know, maybe you're in higher risk, like Hex, for example. You know, when in people's minds, or when they talk about a gaming coin or a Doge, they're completely different parts of the risk curve, different stuff. You see what I mean? But for everyone else out there, they're like, oh, you're like a digital crypto thing. There's scams over there. You see what I mean? But in memes, more things are getting fleshed out. But actually, friends, remember, everything in crypto is a network effect. Now we're finding different networks, we're discovering the product market fit of real world stuff and putting them stamping them onto the blockchain, right? So they have different network effects and different groups of how we split people up. But ultimately, at the end of the day, your network gets so big, you're going to need an ETF. That's why VanEck, friends, Soylana gets an ETF filing. Now, of course, friends, you can file for anything. And apparently they're going to do a Doge one as well. I heard like one of the rumors in one of the Arthur Hayes podcast interviews as well. But this is really, really important for you to know that. To get an ETF approved, you need the CME, the CUC exchange, the Chicago CUC exchange in America. You need them to list the futures first. And it's got to trade for like a year. So they're like confident with it. So obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, they both trade on the CME. They've been trading it for years. But when it comes to anything else, they don't have anything. So that's how you know what's going to get the next ETF, whatever gets, I guess, listed on CME. Maybe CME launched Soylana. Maybe they launched Doge. We'll see. We'll see when it comes to that. Maybe Elon's going to push for it. That'll be interesting. Elon, by the way, is incentivized to push for that ETF. Okay, it's very, very incentivized. So most likely, friends, you need that CME listing first. But, you know, look, at the end of the day, you don't actually need that ETF really. You just need them to think about the ETF and to speculate about the ETF and like be brainwashed by the ETF. Like, oh, the ETF. That's the pricing in part. That's actually what you want. And also, friends, I've got some other news for you as well. This is interesting. Okay, so Coinbase have sued the corrupt SEC and show all the time that they are complete scum. So I'm actually going to show you this. It's kind of fascinating piece of information here. This is basically Coinbase suing them. It's kind of like weird. Like, I mean, like we know their lies. Look at this. Just in, Coinbase exposes corrupt SEC for lying. They change their mind to confuse and butcher the innocent public. Look at this first line, by the way. Issue. Is a digital asset a security? They said no in 2018. They say a digital asset all by itself is not a security. And then yes in 2021. It is a security. And then no in 2024. And then yes again 5 days later. You see? So, well, it's funny. People, wake up, okay? They're going to give you more jabs if you keep like sitting around like sheep. You understand? We know, friends. We know. We know this stuff. Like you really start waking up. Do you genuinely think these people are there? I'm just so incompetent. I'm so incompetent. Friends, I want to ask you this, okay? If you had a child, what do you think would happen to you, okay, if you gave your child heroin when they were like 12 years old, you told them heroin's good, and then next year you say, no, heroin's bad. And then the year after, no, heroin's good actually. And then the year after, no, actually heroin's bad. What do you think would happen to somebody, right? Do you think the judge would go lightly on them? What if you said to the judge, Your Honor, I'm just doing my job, you know what I mean? It's a crazy world. I just gave heroin to my kids because, like, you know what I mean? No. They'd put you in jail and they'll throw away the key. Okay, now how come a middle class, poor income, low income person will get the full weight of the force by Gary Gensler, the semen demon, who is chugging the world's semen supply? Why does he get to avoid all of it? Why do all the cockroach scum who work for the corrupt SEC, why do they get away with it? Okay? They are the henchmen for this. They should all be locked up. The whole institution should be abandoned. But they're never going to do it. You know why? We know why. I've told you. The corrupt SEC is the fourth wing arm of the government. The secret wing arm. Okay, they have the US Fed. That's one of the wing arms, of course. Of course, they're meant to be independent. Oh, what a joke that is. Okay, no one believes that anymore. The corrupt SEC works for them. Okay, the corrupt SEC takes orders from the banks because the banking dudes, they know the finance things. You know what I mean? The government, they're just here to like jab everybody and do whatever and like basically build roads and tell everybody shut up and point guns at everyone. Okay, so the finance people, they get the corrupt SEC. They got to make sure retail can never win. They need to be steps ahead. Friends, you know, they do this with technology as well. They have technology that's like 30, 40, 50 years. They just roll these things out slowly. There has to be a gap between the most powerful and the technology they have and then mainstream of us. There has to be a gap. Well, it's the same thing in finance. There has to be a gap in the time where the insiders can get in and then they can go and dump on the public so they can always have the power. All right? Their biggest fear is that we like awaken and we realize, oh wow, the system's actually rigged, and then we like just move to another system. That's literally it, right? A little breakaway civilization, if you will. So the Coinbase, by the way, this is pretty much, look, all the times they're lying. It is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know if are they gonna fire the corrupt SEC. Look, if I was Donald Trump and I had to throw my Trump card, no pun intended, I'd say, you know what, you put me in, Gary's out. And I'm like, oh sweet, there you go, just plus 5% of your votes. That'd be cool. And also, friends, this is very useful what I just showed you. Richard Hart, PulseChain, and Hex can benefit from this sheet. the Grumpy Weiner kid will be defeated. So obviously that's a tongue-in-cheek, friends. Remember, you should watch my Grumpy Weiner, man. That had so much fun. Yes, the third boss right now in PulseChain, shocking us all. It's actually the Grumpy Weiner kid. It's just like, we thought we were gonna tackle Gary Gensler, but no. You know, friends, sometimes in video games, you're like, oh, the bad boss is here. Like, wait a minute. I've only been playing for 2.5 hours. This can't be the end of the game. It's too early in the game. And then they get away in the last moment. That's Gary Gensler. And then they throw in another boss to replace him. Like, I've got my, he's got like spiked ball on the chain. Like, come here, I'm going to have my way with you, young boy. So that's pretty much how all the video games work. That's exactly what's happening here. Like, the season writers have thrown in a wild character to come in. And yeah, it's a hot dog stand. A Wiener kid who lost $400 on Hex. Bro, please, just Cuckel and Cuckman, your lawyers, please, listen, make a post. You have a Twitter. I replied on yous and called yous cucks for your ass action lawsuit. Put a DickWifButt picture as well. Give us his address, bro. All right? We'll fix him up. Just drop the case. Okay? Just drop the case. We'll give us his address. We'll give you $400 for your loss. We'll give you $400 to DCA at these cheap prices. Hopefully it gets up 100x. You have 40 grand. And then I'll give you $10 for a haircut. Okay? Now, let's play some gentle bizarre music, just to interlude, friends. You're going to watch in real time. I'm so thankful. Thank you to the gentle person who did this picture. Friends, you can predict the news and you'll still lose money. All right? Look at this. So this guy, by the way, he fuds Richard Hart a lot, altcoin cycle. But, like, you can't really fault him because the prices are down 99%. So, like, even though I'm like, yeah, you're a bit of a weirdo, you know what I mean? But I mean, the price is down 99%. What do you want me to say? This is the greatest thing ever. So, it's fair. It's fair. But also, what's interesting, friends, just to let you know, PulseChain community, just go easy on him because he tags Richard Hart. So he doesn't he writes about us. He tweets about us once in a while. And even though it's not nice things, he's got like 300,000 plus followers, maybe 500,000, I think. So it's at least exposure. It keeps everybody in the lexicon, you know what I mean? The back of the mind for everyone. So here's the thing, like, don't get mad now. Just like when the green candles start to pump up and erection hex, all these other things start moving, just start tagging him. Just start tagging him. And what he'll do is, the first things he'll do, he'll be in disbelief. So then, even though our coins are going up, eventually he will put the memes where he'll put that like guy, I'll show you this meme. It's this meme, friends. It's the meme where you see that the guy is cheering like, yes, I won. But then at the end, he's got the open champagne and then he's actually like third. And there's a meme where they make him like 10th place, but he's like cheering so much. So it's kind of funny, friends. I'm living that much in the future. I already know the meme they're going to use on Hex because we're going up, or PulseChain or whatever. And then they're going to put the Richard Hart, probably twerking stuff, the Louis Vuitton video stuff, because it's just material back and forth. Okay. But that will be helping us. Okay. That'll be helping us because, friends, people, they don't understand satire and irony and anything else. Okay. When you are putting it next to a green candle, they don't understand. All they know is that thing's getting more valuable and I have to hop onto this rocket ship, okay? Now look what he said here. Future narratives to front run that are still early. Look at number 2. Soylana ETF once attention shifts from Ethereum. Look when he made the post. All right, look what it drops down. By the way, it comes all the way back down here. So even though you got the narrative right, it doesn't necessarily mean that the price just starts going up. So that's what this is a perfect example, right? This is why... Like, if you're watching Crypto Banter, okay, great show, entertainment, you learn a lot, there's macro stuff, they put good people for interviews and stuff. Just be careful with following for financial advice. Please be careful. Because, friends, I get very strong morning wood when I see people come in and tell me, no, Sammy, you don't know what markets are. You see, we went up because of this news. When people start talking like that, my ears are like, yes, the free money's here. People like you still exist. Thank you. People talk like that. And when people say, no, this is going to be the next narrative. Your stupid coins aren't ever going to move. This is the next narrative. And I'm like, oh, okay. They've been listening to the mainstream channels who have been telling them to invest for the next narrative. Investing for the next narrative is a retailer trap. It means you are so short-term minded that you have to be just one step ahead of the market. Okay. Long-term investing says, guess what? I don't care if I'm 30 steps ahead of the market, where I'm like 30 steps away. I just want to know that I am at least one step away, and that there's eventually enough time's going to be where I'm going to be 0 steps away. That's long-term investing, okay? But this narrative investing is you have to be on that next thing. And guess what? They're wrong 99% of the time, by the way. They end up, and by the time they discover a narrative, they're FOMO buying the top of stuff, okay? So there you get to see, right? You get to see it in real time. This Soylana move happened right here. Now, I have a chart here as well, friends, I've got to show you when it comes to Sol ETH. Very, very important. Here's the chart right here. This is this green weekly candle for it. This is Sol ETH ratio. Just watch it. I know it's doing higher low stuff, but just watch this, because if Soylana, see, it's kind of strange. If Soylana just goes up and breaks the ETH ratio high from an ETF filing, then that means all VanEck have to do is just start filing ETFs, and you can get retail in and our bags will pump up. They don't even need to release the ETF. The ETFs will be bearish at that point if it starts to price in. But we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know if it's going to happen. It is still possible, friends, that this is the fake out and then it comes back lower. This can always do this. And you're like, oh, well, I guess the ETF doesn't matter that much. Or it also means that most of it has been priced in. So, yes, that's why this short-term trading stuff, man, you got the best approach, friends. I always have this, is like, listen, you throw everything out, throw your lottery tickets, throw everything out, and you go, all right, wherever we are in euphoria, I just accept reality, okay? Some things are high, some things medium, some things underperform. It is what it is, friends. Like, you think it was easy to go back in 2021? You wouldn't have bought dog coins. Nobody did. Do you understand? No one bought these dog coins that actually went up. No one bought them, friends. Everyone was buying what they think would go up. I had a part of my portfolio. I went to Token Terminal, okay? They showed me all the charts of the most profitable protocols in crypto. The money makers, the dollars. And I'm like, okay, well, if crypto is going to get TradFi people, logically, they're going to buy the most profitable protocols just like they do with stocks. Okay, so what do? I went and bought the top 10 most profitable protocols in crypto. And guess what happened, friends? Okay, they put me on the bed, they pinned me down, and they did not use lube. Okay, I got violated. Okay, I got violated many places at the same time by the market. Do you understand? I got like destroyed in that part. I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I did not go all in on that. So if I wanted to be right, I would have just went all in on that. Luckily, I hedged myself with like some crappy gaming stuff and like just others. It's everything, pretty much everything. You know, I even bought Hex, for example, just showing you back then, Vince, that was unorthodox thinking. It was like, wow, you're buying stuff that doesn't make any money at all. Like we have 10 profitable protocols. Things like Yearn and MakerDAO and then SushiSwap. They weren't the big winners. The big winners, Doge does 500x. Imagine everyone's surprised and they're shocked, and SHIB does 1,000,000x. You see? So I'm just helping you to see that people are making the same mistakes from this cycle to the next one. They are making the same mistakes. And it's sweet. And I love that I can identify these, okay? Now, I don't want to call all of them out because some of them are actually signals. That's right, signals. So no, I'm not telling them, how you're making a mistake. I'm just saying in a general sense. A lot of them just have egos too big. They'll never watch my channel anyway. But yeah, I just don't want any of you to basically just shortcut it for them and screw it for the rest of us. Nah, screw them. Nah, screw them, friends. They'll probably dump it on us in the 2021 anyway while saying it was going higher. So you can't trust them anyway. Now, check this out, friends. There was a coin called Water that rugged $10 million plus, okay? So it's the same founders as this coin called Beer, B-E-E-R. And Beer, shame on you, Bybit. By the way, before this, look, Bybit, you're all right. But for this, I'm going to have to call you Buy Shit because you are, okay? Buy Shit Exchange listed B-E-E-R, Beer. And what did it do? Rugged, okay? So everybody thought you were legit. The insiders rugged and dumped on everyone. They dumped $10 million. They didn't even do it slowly. They just went smack bang and they just went out. They made another coin called Water. Now, this has become a funny meme. I'll show you why soon. But yeah, so everyone in PulseChain community or see friends, people say, oh, get an exchange listing. We need an exchange listing. It means nothing, friends. You know, exchanges, they're going to get desperate now because they know these high FDV VC coin trash are not attracting attention. I saw a post from Ansem. 90% of the trading volume is meme coins. That's right. So even if meme coins are going to zero, it doesn't matter. People like to trade them. Interesting. People like to trade them. Attention moving in and out, changing all the time. They like to trade them. I'm not doing that. I don't think you should do it. And by the way, everything on Soylana has to be traded because it's the freaking Jeet chain anyway. No one believes in anything really there. They just believe in, like, you know, being a cuck. But that's what it comes down to, okay? So Look what the scammers did. They went and launched another coin. By the way, this is the coin, friends. They did a $41 million pre-sale. And there's all like these, you know, like shiny horse teeth veneers type of like weirdos on Instagram. Like, look at my watch. I'm so successful. Look at me. I'm standing in an elevator. Wow. These type of losers on Instagram where like their missus has like, you know, 10,000 followers and they're all just like Indian dudes going like, beautiful lady, beautiful, I kiss you, Bob Vagina. Those types of guys, those types of people on Instagram and all these losers, right? And they were the ones who did the pre-sale. They raised $41 million. And this is what happened to them, okay? Are you enjoying your rug, friends? Are you enjoying your rug? Maybe, just like maybe, okay, next time, how about you listen to the guy wearing a Pikachu hat instead of these shiny, fake horse teeth type of looking people on Instagrams where all they care about is like flashing a watch because they're like, oh, look at me, look at this car's so shiny. Wow, I'm just so successful. Wow. That's what you get, by the way. You see this chart? That's exactly what you get, and that's what you deserve. Honestly, you learn from this lesson, okay? I'm sorry everyone who lost money, but you're going to learn, okay? You're going to learn. Those are the frauds of society. They are snake oil salesmen. They are con men. You understand? Can't even call them men. They're just like conners. Okay? Now, why has this picture been circulating gone viral today? It's because one of the hedge funds behind this, they're called GotBit. And now, of course, in traditional Somi fashion, you are no longer GotBit. You are called GotShit. And they actually explained what they did. So you look at this chart. See how investors, you lost your $41 million? Okay, they have an explanation for you. And I quote, they said, to protect the community, we lowered the price to a fair level. Look at this. To protect the community, we lowered the price to a fair level. So what do you think you've been, the past 4.5 hours on Twitter? Everyone has been spamming. To protect the community, I've just been distributing and lowering the price for this. I'm not joking, okay? They literally said that the token price was just getting too high. We had to lower. Oh, man, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother anymore. You see these manipulative, absolute scum. These are the people that are being trusted out there. These are the people, friends. They show their shiny watch. They are standing in an elevator, taking a picture next to a girl who got like her 9th boob job there. You know what I mean? Maybe she works for a VC. Maybe she's a water cooler girl. Maybe the CEO is running a train on her Christmas parties and he doesn't know. That's the life they live, and they're proud of it. Okay, they're proud to be cucks. We don't like that here. Okay, these are the people, friends. Who are these people, bro? And how did you raise $41 million? See what I mean? They're the normies out there. There's a shock in mind, by the way. Like, what? $41 million for a rug? Yes. Because scammers and mainstream people, like, the most dangerous place to be is outside of crypto because you are not sensitive to the scams. You just see this money-making casino because you've seen one guy goes, you got to get into crypto, bro. We got to get into crypto. Yes, they're saying stuff like that. Like, dude, they'll talk about that one guy who put 8,000 in WIF and now it's worth like 120,000. So then their friends will say, oh, wow, if you put 8,000, all right, I'm going to put 20,000. And I know this guy, he's got Instagram followers and a TikTok, you know what I mean? He does AMAs. Rugged and scammed. There you go. Well, I mean, I couldn't make it more obvious, friends. We'll have a professional Pikachu hat here. So it is what it is. The choice is yours, okay? Also, don't judge people by the color of their skin. Judge them on the quality of their memes. This is obviously the Homer Simpson, one of my favorite pictures of all. Ching, ching, ching. That's all that's going on. Friends, look, it is in our best interest that everybody thinks we don't know what we're doing until the very end, okay? It's in our best interest, all of us, okay? So for your friends and family, if you love someone, make them subscribe to me. If you actually care for them, make them subscribe to me. If you want them to be your exit liquidity, because maybe they're a bully to you, maybe they say mean things, maybe they called crypto a scam, maybe they think they're just better than everyone else, don't don't send them my way. They don't deserve what I'm sharing to the world for free. They don't deserve it whatsoever, okay? But don't worry, they'll still learn the lesson. They just won't learn it the easy way. They're going to learn it the hard way. Pikachu, pineapples. Respect the friendship. Like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.